All right, Shalom. This is Gad Awan from the San Francisco Bay Area camp here with the brother.
Shalom, Baniya.
I'm Shamar, Yariala.
Yeah, and we're here. First and foremost, death to America. All praises and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, great millstone, and much love to all the Akim, you real brothers out there, not you fake punk weak niggas who this truth ain't for. All right, you niggas that are just destined for destruction. You little fallout boys. You weak excuse making ass niggas. All right, the Most High is gonna destroy you if you don't repent. All right, if you don't do the work of the Most High. All right, straight up. So, you want to start off the script?
Yeah, come. So this is with in regards to the impending economic collapse that the elites are setting up very soon. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 11. Howl ye inhabitants of Maktesh. And Maktesh is an ancient city, port city, that was known for a place of merchants and a place of a lot of business, basically the ancient, like Wall Street. It says, Howl ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. So there's going to be a time coming that the currency, which is a FRN note, is going to collapse. And it's basically going to go through hyperinflation, where the money is devalued, and people won't be able to buy things and goods for it. Like the prices are so low now, the prices will skyrocket. And also, the elites, the international bankers, they want everybody throughout the globe implanted with an RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast.
Mm-hmm. Keep going on.
In verse 12, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles. And that's talking about our people, Jerusalem, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and Israelites spread across the four corners of the earth. He's going to search Jerusalem with candles, and the candles is the word. The candles is scriptures, and it says, and punish the men that are settled on their lees. So men that are complacent and comfortable, that they might get a check from Esau to prophesy and preach lies, basically settled on their lees and not doing the truth, the work in truth and sincerity. That say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. So you got some guys say that, oh, the economic collapse is coming, but it's not going to be until like another 50 years or another 20 years. Which all the signs, if you keep with the trends of the current news, alternative news, all the signs are here that they're going to collapse the dollar.
Yeah, because a lot of you idiots out there think that these Federal Reserve notes are just going to keep, like the Federal Reserve note is real money, you know? You idiots out there who believe that, you know, the Most High is going to destroy you, and you're probably going to get murked in this coming race war when this economic collapse happens. Alright? Because that Federal Reserve, all that place is just pumping out fake monopoly money to control you zombies out here, you peons, right, that the elites call you. And you think that the Most High is really just going to allow America to keep going the way it is? He's gearing up all these nations to destroy this place. And he's putting it in a... Oh, go ahead, Up.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, like you, that going back to when it says settle on their leaves, that's really talking about these bankers, you know, these guys up in Wall Street that's living that good life, these the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and going back to how you were talking about the Federal Reserve note, there's, you know, I was reading different articles and it was talking about how these elites are not even elites. The elites in the lower level luminaries, so to speak, these rich crackers, talking about the Wall Street types and those types of guys who run the industries, they're using all this money that's being printed, and they're using it buying real assets. You know, they're buying gold, they're buying silver, they're buying land, and you know, these people in America and around the world, they're buying Louis Vuitton, and they're buying all the shit that isn't gonna matter. You know, they're not buying up. They're using that money to buy up hard assets. So when the economic collapse happens, they're gonna still have real wealth. That's why the Federal Reserve, when they were doing that QE, they were buying mortgage-backed securities. So they were investing in people's houses, basically. It's theft. They're stealing your money, or they're stealing your resources using fake money, and the people don't even know about it.
Right, because in order for people to take a mortgage out, you gotta take a loan out, and then that loan comes from the bank, and the bank don't have that money, so the bank goes to their stocks and bonds on Wall Street, and they get their money from investors who invest in mortgage-backed securities, derivatives, and all the other BS, you know. So everything's just based upon debt, someone else being owing somebody. And then the time's going to come, because right now you got China is owed gold, all right, from by the United States government. There's going to come a time where the elites are just going to say, okay, pull the plug, and they're going to demand their payment. And what's going to happen is that America is going to go down, man. There's a full-blown economic collapse. You got something up?
Okay. This is Isaiah 5 and 8.
Well, let me get it right here. This fucking computer got Satan on it, man. Alright.
5, 8. It's Isaiah 5 verse 8. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. In mine ear, said the Lord of hosts, of a truth, many houses shall be desolate, even great and fair, without inhabitant. So a lot of people will get their homes foreclosed, and the banks, they just own that property that is just uninhabited. And the next verse says, yea, 10 acres of vineyard shall yield one bath. So, like the brother brought out, the point of these international bankers these CEOs are buying land for the cheap, you know, because there's so much money out in circulation. And the seed of an homer shall yield an ephah. And that's pretty much it on that.
Yeah, because all these people, right, especially here in California, they got a problem with making their mortgage payments for whether it be commercial loans or farm loans, especially in Central Valley. They didn't yield anything this past year because of the drought, and then they had to pay. They bumped their expenses because they had to pay for water, and the water's scarce. Supposedly, is scarce here, right? According to the so-called white man, because you know he's hoarding all this different water to make it expensive, so he could just gut these people. So the elites, like the brother was talking about, the men on the lees in the back in Zephaniah, so they could come in and buy it cheap on the dollar, man, the real asset. Because the so-called white man, he's planning on sending everybody into concentration camps, you know, having everybody chipped, everybody and totally reliant on him, man. That's how this devil works. I'll read back over here, Zephaniah 1 and 12. And it shall come to pass at the time that I will search Jerusalem of candles and punish the men that are settled on their lease, that say in the heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards, but not drink of the wine thereof. Yeah, because this place is going down.
Yep.
Because you got a lot of, you see, if you're driving through downtown Los Angeles, you're driving through downtown San Francisco, you see all these cranes. You see these people building all these new places, right, in the downtown areas, gentrifying, doing all this stuff, but ain't nobody going to fill those things. What happened down there in LA that had that big fire? More that's going to happen. More destruction is going to happen to you people, to this place. No, scroll back.
God, Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24, verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof.
That's right.
Gentrification, pushing out, white flight, and then you have gerrymandering, which is basically redrawing district lines. Because if you get enrolled into a school, you have to be within that district, that school district, to even go there. So, and verse 2 says, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him.
Yep.
So no one's exempt from the judgment.
Yep, especially all these usury. And that goes back to what the bro was talking about, Wall Street.
Yeah.
America, the whole economic system is based upon interest-bearing currency, which is usury.
Yep.
The fact that you got a Federal Reserve note, that's already wicked because it's not an actual weight. It's not a balance, okay? It's fiat currency.
Let it be.
Right? It's just floating. It's backed by the faith of these idiots out here. All right, as a taker of usury, so with the giver of usury too. And the fact that you got interest-bearing currency in your pocket, that's wicked as hell, man. And that's another reason why the Most High is going to destroy this place.
And also income tax.
Yep.
The income tax, which the IRS is its own separate private entity, which doesn't have to follow federal government or state laws. All right.
Yeah, the IRS could come to your house and just take whatever they want and seize it. And you can't even go to federal court for that. You got to deal with the IRS one-on-one. Because the police ain't going to show up and try to help you.
Yeah, bro, I got a scripture going back to the Federal Reserve note and how it's not a just measure of weight, This is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 35. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in meat yard, in weight, or in measure. Just balances, just weight, a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord your power, which brought you up out of the land of Egypt. So that scripture right there indicates really was set up as a sort of economic system, a way that Israel was supposed to deal with each other, which is the righteous way, with just weight, just balance. In this society, everything's set up unjustly, So, and like the brother said, you people believe in it. And the Elder Gabar, he brought out, I think it was last week or the week before, about that word credit. The word credit comes from the Latin credo, which means belief. And this is a credit-based system. This is all based upon the belief that they're going to loan you out money and you're going to be able to pay it back. But really, that money is not even real money. It's just it's all digital.
Yep. That's right.
That's part of Esau'S witchcraft, man.
Yep, this guy's a damn witch, man.
Hey,
oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I'll tell you later, bro. Don't worry about it.
All right. You got somewhere here?
Come on, Proverbs 22, verse 7.
Yeah, because the Most High said it, he put it in the law how the monetary system is supposed to be ran. So if the so-called white man was such a righteous guy, he would obviously have a righteous form of economy, but that's just more proof that he's the goddamn devil. All right, go ahead, Art.
This is Proverbs 22, verse 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
Yep, and that's why there's a thing called wage slaves. Everyone here in America is a wage slave. All right, whether you're a sole proprietor, you're still getting taxed, you're still getting ruled over by the rich, and you become poor because there's this thing called the subsistence wage. The so-called white man will only give you as much as he deems fit for you to be content with your status. All right, whether it be you like living in the projects and you're okay with getting EBT card, you're okay with that, you're okay with being in the project, as long as you get enough money to go out and buy Jordans and a Gucci belt, you're okay with that. Or whether it be you make $80,000 a year and you have a house, wife, and kids, and you got a Mercedes Benz, but you work every fucking day, but you're content with that. At the end of the day, you're not an elite. You don't own the home you live in. You're making payments on that car. That car was devalued the moment you sat in it. All right, and then you're a servant to that lender. You took all those loans to pay back, making you a fucking servant to the damn debt you got now. And who owns that debt? None other than the so-called white man.
Yeah. And if I may say something, them being servants, really, they're servants to the money. The money is their God. That's what these people in the world, especially these rap generation people, their money, they've been so mindful by Esau'S witchcraft, his television, his media, that they believe their God is money. That's what they worship. That's why in that movie They Live, when the guy he put on the glasses, when he looked at the money, he said money is God. So that's what this society is all about. Worshipping a false reality. This isn't real, man. This is all imaginary construct that we're living in. That is totally wicked, man.
It's a matrix.
Yeah.
Like you said, people have a false sense of reality, right? But that reality is given to them by the elites through the forms of all these different mediums, such as television, the internet, and now they got all the social media. And you people are just caught up in that, man.
Yep.
All a nigga does all day is go on Twitter, tweet about how he needs to smoke a blunt, and then retweets booty pictures, man. And some rumors about niggas that they found on Media Takeout, man. If you're into that, man, the Most High's gonna kill you, man. We ain't in the time to be checking up on nigga news, man. Right? This white man's going down every breath you take. This white man's closer to his destruction. And these 2/3 niggas too. Hey, go ahead, At.
Not so I thought you was done, bro. I was gonna say, I mentioned the word media, and then you mentioned the word medium. And when you look at that word media, I believe the Latin word is medius, but the word media is the plural form of saying medium.
Yep.
Which medium in the Latin means channel of communication. So all the television, the YouTube, the internet, the radio, those are all different channels of communication in which Esau is able to push out his agenda, push out his vibration on the masses of the people. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's why you got nothing but a generation of demonic ass people, man, that are into sick and disgusting, perverse things. Who's got some?
Oh, that's wrong.
What you got?
It's Matthew chapter 6, verse 24.
Hold up. Alright. Go ahead,
No man
Louder.
No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon.
Yeah. And Mammon's you serving for the money, man. And then that's what these everyday people outside of this truth, that's who they serve. They serve the almighty dollar bill, man. Paper chasing.
Hey, that's wicked as hell, bro. That's wicked as hell. Hey, you said Almighty, you know?
Yeah.
And in the scriptures, when, man, I believe it's Exodus 6, when the Lord said Almighty, I'm gonna bring up the scripture, bro, but hey, that's wicked as hell. That they really pushed the dollar above the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man.
Because that's
Almighty
like you were
dollar.
saying, that's their actual God. They worship that money, man.
Yeah. Hey, I got it right here, bro. This is Exodus 6 and 3. It says, "And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of God Almighty," which in the Hebrew, the word there is Allah, which is God, and then Shadia, which is Almighty, or something to that nature. Let me actually look it up right now since I'm already here.
I got it right here. I already got the.
Yep.
Yeah, Al-Shadja. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But the Almighty, it's like powerful. I can't think of the exact words of the definition, but basically, if you got it.
I'll look it up in the Itamam.
Yeah, while you look it up, I'll finish. It says, Exodus 63, "And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, Jacob by the name of God Almighty, Al-Shadia, but by my name Yahweh was I not known to them." So going back to the point that brother talking about the almighty dollars, that's basically an indication that in this society they put the almighty dollar over the almighty power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which he's above all things, man.
That's right. You gonna say something?
Oh yeah. Well, Shadia, the word Shad means demon. You know, or evil spirit.
Anything else, bro?
Damn.
Yeah, here it is. I pulled up the root word of my word Shadia, and the root is H7703 in the concordance Shaddad. This is Shaddad. It said to deal violently with, spoil, devastate, ruin, destroy. Assault, to devastate, to violently destroy. You know. So basically, yeah, that word Shadia is terrible. That's the mighty force. You know, that's the power of the Most High.
The Most High is a devastator, man.
Yeah, he's the Almighty, man. Not no damn Federal Reserve, no.
Yeah, that shit don't even exist. And then I have here in the etymon, the etymology of the word Almighty, to the Old English Almitig, all powerful. Also a byname of God, compound of all, Mightig, which is mighty, Common Germanic, Saxon. Let's look at the word mighty.
Hey, bro, and if I may say something else, I know how I heard this before. I heard the elders bring it out a couple weeks ago on their show talking about the Rothschild, how they basically said how they worship money. That's their power, and they said that Rothschild is their prophet, you know, is the prophet of money. You know, I can't specifically think of the terminology which they use, but basically, God is money, and Rothschild is its prophet. You know.
Yep. That's that left-hand side power.
Yep.
Right.
And which is really no power, because the dollar is that money. The whole money system is a fraud. It's not real.
Yep.
And I have here on the etymology for the word might, because Almighty goes back to might. The Old English might, meaning bodily strength, power, authority, ability, right? Which the dollar bill doesn't even have, man. That's why all these other nations are getting off of the dollar, because they don't see it as an authority anymore. They don't see it as a power anymore, man. And that's why the so-called white man is scrambling, fucking around with his little stocks and bonds over there on Wall Street, making messing up the markets with the decrease in the price of oil, man, crude oil.
We got a precept.
So loud?
Precept. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6. Let's start at verse 9.
Hold up, let me bring it up. Alright, go ahead, alright.
Okay. Alright, this is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
Whew. Hey, that's why, we don't seek after the riches of this world, man. Because all that's going to lead you to is destruction and perdition. We're seeking for the real riches, which is this truth and this knowledge, this understanding of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, right? His word, Yahweh Shai's word. The Most High's word, coming out, doing the work of the Most High, so we could get the promise, which is the kingdom. And in the kingdom, there's not going to be a central bank, all right? Well, actually, I'm not going to say it like that. There's not going to be a wicked economic system in the kingdom of heaven, all right? Everything's going to be righteous, right? We're going to be charging interest on Esau, that's for sure. Esau's going to be a never ending debt.
Esau can't even have money, man. Fuck Esau.
Yeah, Esau's not going to have any assets.
Yeah, Esau's assets going to be the dust of the earth, man.
Yep.
Fuck dirt.
And even that, Jake, we're going to be taxing him for that.
Yeah.
We're going to lease it out to him. Fucking devil. Keep going on.
Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Yeah, the root of money, the love of money is the root of all evil, right? All you brothers out there, you know that, right? You got some?
How when Tizzy was speaking about how when Tizzy was to Zion was to Zion he was speaking about but how he was speaking about that, like, they have no fear of the Lord, though. I had the scripture dealing with that. It was Romans 3:18.
1 second. Get this up. She gonna say it on it, man. Yeah, you pay all this money for some internet, and so-called white man fucking slows it down right when you gotta make a video, you know? Goddamn devil. Alright, here you go, right?
Alright, Romans chapter 3, verse 18. There is no fear of the Most High before their eyes. And basically, like, these people don't fear the Most High anymore at all. That's why we be having all these niggas like we recently had coming up, just be talking random shit. And niggas, only thing they look for as power as the dollar, and they be worship. They really put that above the Most High, because they look at the dollar as their god, basically, to get everything that's part of the world, which is nothing but Satan, really. Because you got to deal with Satan heavy to get all that money. Because, the higher up that people be, you have to have a plug to go to the top, because Esau runs everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Jake started his own business or whatever, you still have to go to Esau to start that business, and you can only do what Esau allows you to do. So you have to do wickedness basically to get to a certain point of making money that niggas want.
Yep. See, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's why Yahweh Shai went up there on the cross for us, man. Because we have to be in this damn captivity, man. We have to be over here trying our best to our abilities to do the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, which the so-called white man doesn't allow us to do, because he's the damn devil, man. And he's the one who's running the show as of right now. He ain't really running the show. The Most High set him up to run the show for a little bit, all right, to keep us in this hell, all right? And then so the Most High is justified in destroying his ass and exterminating him after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. And but you see, fuck all you damn niggas, man. I'm talking about you 2/3, you dudes out there who claim to be Israel, alright, who don't even edify anybody, man. You got guys who don't even, like the dudes who came to the camp they don't even believe that myself and the other brother Bonnie out are Israelites. Why? Because they're reprobates, man. And they're carnal. But that's all they could. And you go to that dude's videos, he's posting up videos talking, being a fool, man. The guy seriously, like, he has mental.
Captain America.
He has mental issues, man. You know. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Go ahead, At.
Yeah, scripture. This is Psalms 82:1. It says, "The Most High standeth in the congregation of the mighty; he judgeth among the gods. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Selah. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy, and rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course."
Yeah, that's all because of the so-called white man. When you read Job 9:24, you know exactly who the wicked is. All right, you so-called white people. You throw this whole earth out of course. That's why you dam rivers. You throw rivers out of course. You're over here fracking. You're throwing water tables out of course. The earth out of course. You're causing seismic eruptions purposely. The HARP and all this other bit. You're spraying the carbon monoxide, barium oxide in the skies via your chemtrails.
Extinct animals. So I believe what it says. Since Esau's been in rulership, I believe over half the population of animal species have been extinct.
Yeah. You think the Most High gonna forgive this damn devil for that, man? And then all the bees are dying off and shit.
Man, I see the video on YouTube. Esau, he has a farmland for the pigs where he got a fucking cesspool, and all he do is spray the scat everywhere. He don't even clean it up. He just spray it back onto the land, and then redoes the cycle, just contaminating the whole land everywhere.
And that's their fertilizer. The way they run the farming system is wicked. Got GMOs all throughout the food. You can't find something organic anymore because a GMO seed got in there somehow. Keep going on.
Another thing as well, the fact that we celebrated the so-called, well, we didn't celebrate it, but the world celebrated the so-called New Year yesterday. That's another example of the world being out of course.
Yeah, because go ahead.
The New Year doesn't begin during the winter time. When does everything become new? During the springtime. So it only makes sense that the New Year would begin during the spring. You know, at the Most High, at one point, had everything in complete order. You know, it was all harmonious, so to speak. You know, and in certain places, like I was watching a documentary on the Amazon, and all those animals and the way they reproduce and the way they deal with each other within that ecosystem is all based upon the season. You know, their time they're still on the time clock of the Most High. They're not, but us. Because, you know, like the scriptures say, man has sought out many inventions. We're under the time clock of Esau, which is contrary to the Most High. But there's still animals out there. They're in tune with the spirit of the Most High, you know?
Yep. They're still in their order. But if Esau gets in there, he'll find out a way to throw that out of course.
Yeah.
The white man will going to find a way to mess that all up, just because that's what he does, man. That's what he was created to do. That's how he's going to continue to do, man.
Yep. And I got another scripture. If nobody has something.
All right, go ahead.
It's Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, which is Israelites, and think to change times and laws. You know, the times of the seasons, and he institutes his own laws against the laws of the Heavenly Father. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it unto the end.
Yep. So, like the brother was talking about, the New Year's in the springtime, man. This whole thing about New Year's and Saturday night, Christmas It all goes back to demonic Satan worship, man, of the sun. Saturnalia. It's all Babylonian religion. That's how you know this is Babylon. Right? America, you got nothing but goddamn big Babylonian Nimrod evergreen trees and everyone. Everyone's putting evergreen trees in their homes. You got all these people going to every city square, every city center has a big evergreen tree in the middle of it, man. Why just show their allegiance with the spiritual demon Satan? Because everything's under the vibration of the so-called white man. You boys got a script?
Oh yeah. It's Psalms 141.
So we'll hit a couple more scripts and we'll wrap this up.
Verse 9. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gins of the workers of iniquity. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, while that I withal escape. Oh yeah, you can say, keep me from the snares which they have laid before me. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me. And that's all that Esau really does with all these systems and stuff with dealing with money and finances on every different level. He lays nothing but snares for Jake pretty much. Because if you want to go get some money, it's easy to fall into a snare because he can hit you with a credit card, say he'll give you 10 racks or whatever, and you just got to pay interest. He'll just give you 10 racks off the jump on the credit, which is no money basically. It's all made up numbers, so they don't give a fuck about that because you're in debt now. Once you take that and start spending it, and being a simple Jake, they being tempted with that money, they'll just take that. Because, like, Jake is that simple, just like the chip. They're going to want to take that because Esau's going to say, it can do this, it can do that. And it could give you, like, we're going to give you more money or, bribe them with some bullshit, and Jake just going to take it. And the gins of the workers of iniquity, let the wicked fall into their own nets, while that I withal escape. And Esau gonna fall into all those traps he set up because this whole system, since he set it up, it was meant to fail basically. Because the simple fact that you have each dollar that you borrow, you have to pay twice as much back as what you borrowed, or even more than that now, because it's so inflated, and the dollar is just so low. It's not even worth the money they printed on it. It's basically it's gonna fail regardless. There's no way that it can't not fail.
Yep.
And the word system simply means pit. So the public education system, that's a pit, gets you into college debt. Being an employee, working as an employee, meaning you're a wage slave, you're a servant. You got to pay income tax and other state and everyone's going to get ready to do their state and federal tax this month or next month. All right. With the IRS, they said that they were going to have a late returns this year because they can control the time period in which they return all the taxes to people who file for it. So we'll see what happens, though.
Yeah, it's like they both said, the system is a pit. It's a wicked-ass system, man. And all you idiots out there who think you can change the system by going around marching around, wearing T-shirts and shit, putting on the T-shirts for basketball warm-ups, they ain't gonna change nothing, man. This so-called white man, he's here to stay as long as the Most High has him there, man. Alright? But the Most High is bringing his ass down. He's destroying him, and he's waking up Israel. The spirit right now, the spirit of Israel is picking up. It's getting stronger and stronger. More and more people are waking up to their true nationality, being a Hebrew Israelite. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are waking up all over the four corners of the earth. All right, and if they ain't waking up, they sure as hell heard about Israel. All right, and they got marched. Now the Most High is going to destroy them. Right?
Hey,
go ahead, Art.
And I want to read this. Referring back when I was speaking about that article I was reading, I'm just going to bring out the last concluding paragraphs of the article, but it's from the commonsenso.com. It came out this morning, January the 2nd, 2015, according to the white man's calendar. The title of the article is "There is no recovery for America's economic extinction level event." This place is out of here, man. When you read these last few 3 paragraphs, it says the banksters on top of this pyramidal Ponzi scheme pulled out tremendous wealth from this process. However, most of the bankers were left holding the derivatives bag, and this is why they are trying to steal everything you own. These bankers are not trying to pay off the debt. They're simply delaying the inevitable, and they are trying to acquire as much capital, i.e. gold, real estate, real hard assets, as possible prior to going into hiding. If this explanation does not help you understand why there can never be a meaningful recovery in the United States, then nothing will. To those who finally see that we will never be able to pay this debt down, and the interest is growing faster than the $2 trillion we take in each year as a government, then you need to be planning your exit strategy just like the bankers. Which this guy, he's an Edomite. The Spirit of the Lord is dealing with him, so he kind of thinks that there's some miraculous way that you can escape this judgment. There's no way escaping this judgment. You so-called white people, this is it for you, man. Your judgment is here. Your society is going to collapse. Let me finish this last part. It says the key point, well, never mind, I don't even need to read it. You know why? Because this is this damn devil, whatever this damn devil's name is.
Dave Hodges.
Yeah, this is Dave Hodges' tips on how to come out of the downfall of America unscathed, man. You crackers, you don't get it, man. There's nothing you can do. There's no amount of praying. There's no amount of prepping. There's no amount of saving. There's no amount of buying. There's no amount of... You can't do anything to escape this judgment, man. Your time has come. Your days are coming to a swift end, man.
That's right. That's right. And you boys got any last words?
No.
And with that, deaf to you so-called white people, all right? Deaf to America.
That's right.
Deaf to...
Including Lindsey Williams.
Yeah, false prophet Edomites like Lindsey, all right? And, shalom all you brothers out there, all right? Shalom.